Hey guys, what's going on? True Strength here, and today we'll be doing a WoD Rogue PvP guide for patch 6.2. I will try not to keep you guys too long, so we're going to just jump straight into the talents here. For tier 15, I'll be using Subterfuge. Tier 30, Nerve Strike. I know some rogues also choose to go with Combat Readiness. I just don't feel that it's necessary with the amount of defensives that we already have. With Preparation, we have 2 Vanishes, 2 Evasions, as well as with elusiveness, we have an on-demand 30% damage reduction. So I really prefer Nerve Strike. I'll read it to you real quick. Kidney Shot and Cheap Shot also reduce the damage dealt by the target by up to 50% and healing done by 10% for 6 seconds. So if you need to peel for your teammates, or just in general, I mean, we're going to be stunning a lot anyway, so why not sling in that damage reduction there to the enemy team, which is going to make life easier on your team and your healer. Tier 45, Elusiveness. Feint also reduces all damage you take by 30% for 5 seconds. Just so you know, Feint only costs 20 energy, so you can keep this up quite a bit, and you definitely want to make sure and keep it up more often whenever you do not have your trinket available. Rogues are easily swapped to, especially when they don't have a trinket, and can be killed very easily, so if you don't have a trinket, make sure to spam that a little bit more often. Tier 60, Shadow Step and Burst of Speed are both very viable options. Either one will do fine. Shadow Step is great for quick swaps, getting on your target super quick. It's also good for like the enemy team, you know, if their healer is casting a decent ways away from you, you can Shadow Step to them, get a kick off, whatever. Burst of Speed is great for staying on target, keeping the slows off of you. Pretty good uptime. Tier 75, I will be playing with Prey on the Weak. Tier 90, Marked for Death. And Tier 100, any of these options here are fairly good. I choose to go with Venom Rush for Subtlety. The reason for it is we rely heavily on our burst, so right before you Shadow Dance, you want to make sure you're pulling energy, and Venom Rush gives you a little bit of extra energy regen. And of course, if you Fan of Knives in a 2v2 or 3v3 match, you can get up to anywhere between 5 to 15% increased energy regen. Helps you pump out a little bit more damage, maybe spam some more feints for the damage reduction, so on and so forth. Now for the glyphs, there's many glyphs that we can play with. As you can see, the ones I got right now is Glyph of Energy, Glyph of Blind, Glyph of Cheap Shot. You want to make sure and pretty much keep these 2 glyphs here, Glyph of Energy and Glyph of Blind, up most of the time. The one that I swap most often is Glyph of Cheap Shot. If you're going up against a heavy caster team, you're going to want to pick up Glyph of Garrote, which adds an extra 1 second to the silence duration of Garrote. Other glyphs that you can also use, let me find them here, Energy Flows, Glyph of Recovery, and that's pretty much it, guys. Just keep track of those glyphs there. Decide which one's better for the moment and use that one. Okay, so that pretty much covers the glyphs. Jump into a little bit of the rotation here. Something that you're going to want to do is make sure to keep Slice and Dice up and keep Rupture on the target at all times. The reason you want to keep Rupture up is it gives you the Sanguinary Veins buff, which in 6.2 will increase your damage done by 30%. So that's very important to our damage. Make sure to keep it up at all times. For Slice and Dice, it gives you, of course, the White Swing extra damage, but it also gives you the energy regen as well. So once again, the more energy we have, the better we can do, especially with our feint and damage wise, of course. So make sure to keep those 2 up at all times. Okay, now for just our regular damage, you're going to want to be using Backstab right here to build your combo points. If the target is facing you and you can't manage to get behind him, maybe you have like a bad latency or anything, of course you can use Hemorrhage as well. But you're mainly going to be using Backstab to generate your combo points in just a regular rotation. Now let's jump into the burst here. I know this is the fun part here for you guys, because I know how much everyone loves to burst. But anyways, start off in stealth, of course. You're going to want to pre-med. Slice and Dice. You're going to Cheap Shot, 2 combo point Rupture, pop Shadow Dance, spam Ambush to 5 combo points, Kidney Shot, then spam Ambush, and Eviscerate. Then of course you're going to Mark for Death and Eviscerate again. Now, on the second Eviscerate at the end, if you believe you can kill the target, you're going to want to get off that Eviscerate. If not, you're going to want to go ahead and reapply Rupture, because like I said, we only used a 2 combo point Rupture in their opener there, so it's going to fade away fairly quickly. So once again, if you do not think you can get a kill at the end with your Mark for Death Eviscerate, don't use Eviscerate. Go ahead and reapply Rupture, and then begin building combo points to get your Slice and Dice back up. If you believe you can get the kill, go ahead and Eviscerate. Do whatever you need to do to kill the target. Okay, so that pretty much covers a basic burst opener, and of course the regular rotation. You're pretty much going to be spamming Backstab, Hemorrhage, whatever you need at the time to build your combo points. And there's not really a set rotation. You're going to be using your Kidney Shots, Slice and Dice, Recoup, any of your other abilities like that, depending on the situation. If you're low on health, need some heals, Recoup. If you need to make sure to keep your Slice and Dice up, you need to make sure you keep your Rupture up. You may be using Kidney Shots to set up your burst or to pill for your teammates. So in your regular rotation, there's just nothing set in stone that you need to do. Just really depends on the situation, so pay attention, keep your buffs up, do what you need to do. As for our stats are Mastery is greater than Crit, and then to Multi-Strike, and then so on and so forth. You're going to make sure to get as much Mastery as you can. It increases the effectiveness of our finishers, as well as Slice and Dice. And of course Crit, I don't think I need to explain Crit to you exactly what it does. I'm pretty sure everyone knows. But yeah guys, that's a very basic guide right there. Use it, everything should be pretty good for you. I'm looking forward to 6.2. I believe that Subtlety rogues I believe that Subtlety in general will be the best spec for PvP, especially after the nerf to combat. Subtlety is rather difficult to play. You got a lot of stuff to keep track of and whatnot, but it's fun whenever you get used to it, and of course it's very strong, and I love the burst that you can do with it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Just so you know, here soon I'll be making like a macro guide and some other guides as well for you guys to see. But if you have any questions, just leave in the comments below. If I didn't cover anything, I'll make sure and answer it later. But thank you guys for watching. Peace.